Hi, it's Chris from GoMortgage, and today I am going to talk about getting a mortgage when you've got adverse credit or bad credit. Hi, I'm Chris from GoMortgage, and a question that would get asked an awful lot here on a daily basis is, Chris, team, can I still get a mortgage when I've got adverse credit? And typically the answer is yes, but that comes with a few caveats. So yes, there are lots and lots of options when you've got missed payments or adverse credit. Um, but it depends what the adverse is, it depends how recently it's been registered. And one of the biggest things all the time is it depends how big your deposit is. If you've got little, no, or very little deposit, say 5%, and you've got a lot of adverse credit, then you might struggle getting a mortgage. But if you had a bigger deposit, then typically we're probably going to have options for you. So bad credit typically is things such as missed payments on credit agreements, defaults, CCJs, debt management plans, IVAs, bankruptcies, repossessions. All these things are bad credit or adverse credit. These are all things that get registered on your credit file, and ordinarily they're going to lower your credit score. So when a lender is looking to lend you money, the one thing that they can look at to judge shall we lend this person money is your credit file. It's painting a picture of your credit history, you as a person, and how good you are at repaying back money. If you've got a history of not paying back credit and missed payments, typically the lenders that are going to look at you are going to be more specialist. As a result, they're going to want a bigger deposit because they're going to class you as a higher risk. And then as another result of that, the interest rate is going to be more expensive. Now, that's not to say that you're always going to have to go to an adverse lender. If you've sorted things out and you are improving your credit file all the time, bit by bit, your credit scores will improve, and then eventually you'll be able to go back to high street lenders. If you have got a colourful credit file and there are things that we're dealing with, then we might have to go to a specialist lender. That's not a problem. As long as you've got a big enough deposit and you're willing to have a higher interest rate for a certain amount of time, we will have options. So if you've got missed payments or CCJs or defaults, don't be put off thinking I'm going to have to rent forever. We could possibly have options for you. Get in touch and we can help you plan out your future. We can get you a plan in place to make sure that even if you haven't got enough deposit right now, that in the future you're going to get to the point where we have got an option where you can get off the renting ladder and start buying your own property. Process for us, once we get an inquiry for somebody who's got bad credit, is that we will send you a shopping list of things that we need in order to assess your situation. And the biggest thing is going to be the credit report. That's going to tell us all the issues that are in the background, and we can then find a lender or find an option that is going to be suitable based on your credit history. Once we've got all your documents and got the full picture of what we're looking to do, we will then go and speak to different lenders, run it past them or run your data past them, and we'll get what's called a decision in principle. And at that stage, that's the lender saying, yes, we're happy to move to full application, and then subject to valuation and underwriting, you should be good to go. So at that stage, then you're in a position where you can go and find a property. If this situation sounds as though it's similar to your situation and you've been worrying for ages about, can I get a mortgage, can I not? You'll probably find that there is lots of options out there. We've got well over 100 lenders, and they're not all high street lenders. A lot of them are specialist lenders. So we have options for the majority of people. There's very few times that we can't actually do anything for people. And typically that's when people usually are still in things such as an IVA. A lot of, well, near enough every lender wants the IVA to be repaid and a certain amount of time to have passed before they will lend. But typically every other situation we will have options for, but it might mean that your deposit, instead of being a 10%, might need to be 15 or 25%. Now, a lot of the time that seems like a big hurdle, but a lot of people have got options where family members might help, or a gifted deposit, or they might be in a situation where a landlord might gift them some equity. Don't be put off by having an adverse credit history. There may well be options for you. I'm Chris Days from GoMortgage, and I'd want to thank you all for watching this video. Please like, follow and subscribe. Drop us some comments in the comments below on your situation if you need help, and any questions that you might have. And I will look forward to seeing you all in the next video.